Good afternoon, class. Today I will be giving you a few tips that will help us with our sight reading success. Remember that our first test is coming up this Friday. Remember that we want to be sight reading stars, and there are 5 steps to being a star. The first step is to always look at your sharps and flats. This is going to be in your key signature, which is listed in the upper left-hand corner of your music. This will tell you what key your piece is in. The second step is to look at the time signature. This is listed right next to the key signature. It'll help you decide on a good tempo, and it will also tell you how many beats there are per measure. For example, if the music is in 3/4 time, that means there will be 3 beats per measure and the quarter note will get the beat. The third step is to look at your accidentals. These are all the notes that are in the music that aren't listed in the key signature. You need to look to see if there is a sharp, a flat, or a natural sign next to that note. This will help you decide if this note is going to be higher or lower than the note in the key. The fourth step is to look at your rhythms. You'll want to find all of the difficult rhythms in the piece and count them out. Make sure that you find a good tempo that you can sing these parts of the music at. If you sing it too fast, then you're going to have trouble with this. So if you find a comfortable tempo, make sure to sing the entire piece at that so you don't run into any difficulties. The fifth step is to use solfege. You'll want to write the solfege into your music and then speak it to yourself using your hand signs. They may look a little silly, but they sure do help. Let's review those 5 steps again. Number 1, sharps and flats. Number 2, time signature. Number 3, accidentals. Number 4, rhythms. And number 5, solfege. Now let's put those 5 steps into practice. Pull out your sight reading practice number 3. It should be in your choir folders. This is what your music should look like. Before we begin working on our sight reading piece, we're going to do a quick warm-up on the D major scale. Here's your starting note. Did everyone hear that? This is your Do. Can you sing that with me? Do. All right, now let's sing the scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. I'm sure that sounded great. Now let's take a look at our sight reading music. The first thing that we're going to look at is the key signature. The key signature is first listed in the top left-hand corner of your music. It also repeats on every line. Make sure to look through to make sure there aren't any key changes. As you can see, this piece has 2 sharps, which means it is in the key of D major. Step 2 is to look at the time signature. This piece is in 4/4, which means that there are 4 beats per measure and the quarter note gets the beat. In step 3, we will look at the accidentals. This piece has 3 accidentals in it. As you can see, they are in the first, second, and third measure. Make sure to note that the accidental in the 4th beat of the first measure and the first beat of the second measure are the same note. They are natural, which means they will be a half step lower than the key signature. And the third measure, the A sharp, will be a half step higher than what is in the key signature. Now let's take a look at the rhythms. Always make sure to find the fastest rhythm in the piece to make sure you don't take it at a tempo that's too fast for you. As you can see, there's a dotted 8th note, 16th note rhythm in the 4th, 5th, and 6th measure. Let's count those to make sure that we can do this correctly. Let's take it at this tempo. 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4. 1, 2, a 3, 4. 1, 2, a 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. A 1, 2, 3, 4. The final step before singing is practicing the solfege. Now that we've looked at the solfege, sing along while I play the melody on the piano.
1, 2, ready, go.
We are going to begin class tomorrow by singing this all together. I hope that you work on it this evening, and I look forward to seeing you in class in the morning.